Okay, we're going on a little adventure. Going on a trip in a little rocket ship. Da, 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 da. Hi, puppers. Hello, darlings. How do we do? How are we doing, my darlings? Hello, 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 darlings. Come in, come in, come in. There we are. Been having an absolutely sumptuous day so far. Thank you so much for the heart me's, dear. Hello, hello. Oh, hello, demon. How are you? Really? Did I truly go through all of the ice today? Oh, no, it's just... There we are. I've gone through pretty hilarious. Oh, thank you so much for the roses. Hello, my darlings. Come in, come in, come in. Just got back from your hike. How was it, my dear? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab a little something. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I was on a verified site earlier on, and it was absolutely wonderful. I had some fantastic banter, lots of good fun, lots of great laughs. Oh, it's actually a dress. Do you love it? Do you love it? It's absolutely, I adore it. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing, Miss Whitney? It was good, and the dog's home. Oh, right. Oh, right. I love the lighting out here. I truly do. Hello, Miss Tyler. How are you doing? Hi, Maddie. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. So, yes, I know it's Christmas. So this is Chan Meri White, and it's a soft drink. Oh, I bet. I mean, hiking, so to say the least. We're gonna do this in a way that does not put fingers in danger. There we go. Hello, darling. Ta-da. Apparently it's a twist top. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. So it's Chandelier, Chan Meri White. I also got the red. They were on discount at the Asian market. So I was like, okay, we can try this out. Hello, hello. Ooh. Hi, V. How you doing, darling? Yes, you... Actually, it's you can I think replace the top of it, but ooh, that's nice. That is honestly nice. Hatakosen happiness just for you. It is a carbonated soft drink. First ingredient, carbonated water. Second ingredient, high fructose starch syrup. Sugar, flavor, citric acid, and caramel. Okay. Doing great. Oh, yay. It has a very, very light flavor to it. Very clean. It actually doesn't grip and whatnot. think, yeah, looks like you can actually sort of replace the top and then pop it off as you need to. But yeah, it's got a wait, that's yeah, so it's got a screw-on system. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay. But no, I'm just looking at the wonderful solidness of that top, or not of the top, of the glass. It's fantastic. Hello, darlings. Oh, thank you so much for the heart. How are you? Come in, come in, come in. We're having such a good day. Having such a wonderful day. I can't wait for tomorrow, honestly. So, I will be on my verified places, or at least my verified place, my favorite verified place, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock this week. Gonna see how things go, and so far I've been having a really good time. We had good people. So, oh, thank you so much for the roses, Miss Tyler. I appreciate that. Yay! Right, reaching goals. Trying at least. Thank you for everybody who done. Oh my goodness! Thank you for the little cat. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. How's everybody doing? I know. Everybody's like, the nails. So, how is everyone doing? Thank you so much for the awesome. That's lovely. I've been drinking a lot of water today, like an epic amounts of hydration today. Thank you for Tyler, Tamu, and Ms. Maddie. I appreciate your support. I can never quite remember what's in the gallery, so let me know. And if you right, I'm just saying. If you want to show support, I do appreciate those. If you need card reads or anything else, Blinks and Lyle, feel free to have that. I have been working, and I even have physical proof. I'm keeping it up because I'm just going to keep working on it. I have been working on getting all of the links and whatnot cleaned up, shaped up a little bit, and I'm prepping to do a blog for my marketplace that is now open, as well as getting both digital and physical products up and running. So, feel free to have that. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate the support. I love that people think that cloud cover is actually going to save you. It doesn't. You can actually get a worse burn when there's cloud cover than when there's like sun out, because you desperately underestimate how much UV rays are coming through, and those clouds can sometimes actually magnify that. So be careful when you're out and about and you're like, oh, it's cloudy, I'll be fine. Nope. It's worse. It can be worse. I go live on here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Although I'm probably going to go live each day here this week. And then I'm going to live on my verified place. And if you are a fan who is loyal, you will know where to go. And I'll be doing that from 3 to 5 every day this week. And I might even add in the weekends this time around as well. Took a couple of days because of a cold allergy situation, but I'm coming back strong. Yeah. Had I known that you wouldn't be wearing SPF 1000. Honestly, yeah, you gotta wear sunscreen when it's cloudy, like, yeah. Yes, my normal schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mostly because a lot of the stuff that I kept wanting to go to, for whatever reason, was scheduled on Tuesday nights. And I'm like... So I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. Well, I mean, next time, like when you're gonna go out hiking, just wear like wide mesh fishnet. That way you get the grill marks. Oh, thank you. Thrift store for like $3. Pacific Standard Time, and it's 6 to 9 p.m. I will always have my cards on me. You can also do direct support in a variety of different ways. A few of those days I'll try at least to have some battles or something going on, because I've had a lot of fun doing the battles, and y'all seem to really like doing the battles as well. So it's not going to be every night, but I'd like to be able to schedule at least a couple of nights for that. But yeah. Because you're one of the few people I can do that with, and we all know it's a good joke. Some people don't have that sense of humor. And then if you like a little bit more unfettered conversation, that's 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, because I'm a West Coaster. 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, and that'll be where my fans who are very loyal know where to go. Hey! We're having a little bit of this. It came in a really fantastic bottle that I'm actually gonna... I'm taking it. It's mine. Yes, I know I'm a goblin for this kind of stuff, but I believe in reusing as much as I can. And that is some good heavy glass. Hey. And yes, I've eaten today. And that is some good heavy glass. Hey. And yes, I've eaten today. I had a quesadilla that I put duck, rice, acorn squash, a little bit of cabbage, onion, cilantro, all seasoned with a just epic amount of cheese. So, yes, if you want to find your way there, I would highly suggest going to the throne room. The throne room is where the keys to the kingdom are. So, yeah, I'd say hit that up. You'll know where to go, especially if you are a loyal fan. And mostly we sit, we talk, we have wonderful salient banter, and yes, very much so, very much so. But yeah, we have good banter, lots of fun. Had some really good energy going today. Nice small room. I always like to grow them bigger though. But yeah, like it was fun. It was pretty chill. It was pretty relaxed. Tomorrow I'll probably do a little bit more hair, makeup, and costuming. So yeah. Hello, how's everybody doing? Come on in. See ya. Oh, gotta remember to finish clearing out the dishes that I made. Da, da, da. How's, oh, you can't even see me. I'm so sorry, darling. Hi. Actually, I'm gonna drain in the sink. Yep, that is also gonna drain. Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Hello, 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 my darling. Okay. That's... Yep, that's the day I've been having. Good day, but that was the pantry. There we go. Okay, my darlings, shall we go? Ba-ba-ba. Welcome to the change. Of course. There we go. And we're gonna move a few things around real quick. Ugh. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, just got off of work. Come on in. Decompress. Woo, shit. Hi, sorry. Why aren't you? Oh. No wonder I've got it hung up on some shit. Of course. Sit. Stay. Goodness. Hi, darlings. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome. I'm going to show you this. Okay, so a couple days ago, I made onion skin dye. So this was basically very, very white silk. And then I put it into a dye bath. And very specifically, I wanted it to be uneven, because I wanted to do, you know, something that had been quote unquote, you know, like water damaged, that kind of thing when I did a corset. So there we go. So yeah, I've got this lovely water damaged look, and all I had to do is boil up literally a couple of onions, yellow onion skins. You take the dried parts. You take the very dried parts, so the ones that have the actual dark oxidized kind of yellow coloring to it. And then this time around I used silk. So I'm gonna be doing some work with that. I've pulled out all of my sewing equipment and gear. I'm gonna pull out my boning very shortly. Probably not today, but very shortly. And I am going to do, let's see, where did I put my cards before I fall asleep down? So yeah, I'm gonna do a corset from it. And I want it to have that slightly tattered appearance, you know, slightly, you know, aged, as if it has been sleeping in the crypt with me. And I knew that I couldn't quite get that with tea staining, so I figured if I can do it with, oh, I'm sorry, the bright light's right behind me. Durr. I knew that if I could do it with the onion skins, that would add that kind of mottled appearance and some of that, some of the rust tones, the oxidization tones. So yeah. Yes, there are so many natural dyes out there that people don't know about that are literally, what do you call it? Like at your fingertips. But if you've never been taught how to like work with them, you wouldn't know that it's a dye that you're looking at. Rather, you would think that you're just, you know, you're looking at, oh yeah, it's just throwaways, it's just peels. It's like, oh no, it's so much more than that. So like pecan hulls, walnut hulls, the outside, not the shell, but what is outside even before that. Both of them great, deep, dark brown and black dyes. They are fantastic. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hey, Classic, welcome on in. Hi, Playful. I mean, My Chemical Romance, Artist Alleys. Actually, yeah, all of that is from Artist Alleys. And then, of course, you know, my big stompy boots. Oh, here's, I don't want to forget this. All the good stuff. Let me put that there so I don't forget. Because I don't want to like, I don't want to put it somewhere where I'm not going to see it. I need to be able to see it constantly so that I know it's there. Hey. Ms. Whitney. Oh, nice. Hello, Ms. Whitney. How you doing, my dear? 2-card pull? Yes, beets work really well. Onion skins work really well. You can do it with cabbage, with pomegranate, with coffee, with tea. Yay! So we'll do a 2-card and a pendulum. Just because I know. Just because I know. Adore it. Right. Right. Yes. Say, I still have a car that has a CD player. I still have the original Helena and the original oh geez, my brain went blank. Black Parade. Got both of those. Those are back to back. Those are my favorite things to listen to in my car. I'm like, I don't care if they're 20 years old. I can still listen. They're so good. They're so good. Well, and with MCR, they worked on giving you a story. Like a full story. And that story had layers to it. And it was set to music. So I'm just like, every single time, just, ooh, love it, love it. Like, you could summon like 2 generations at this point with a single note. With a single note. That, din, you're like, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. I'm like, yeah. 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 And yes, I do scream sing to like most of it. Right. Right. Like nowadays, I don't wanna like, you know, downplay anybody. I'm not throwing shade, I swear. But like a lot of times they just think you just need a bunch of, ooh, yay, flash cool. 11 roses. So basically, a lot of times they just think you just need a bunch of, ooh, yay, flash cool. 11 roses. So basically 1 rose from 11 people in 15 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, we had jump cuttings. Oh, thank you. Like, oh no, everything went wobbly. Yeah, no, I between My Chemical Romance, Evanescence, and Alanis Morissette, I'm kind of amazed that I still have a voice since they were all above my technical register. Ah, thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you, Playful but Deadly. Right, right. And that's the whole thing is I loved things that told a story. Take me through an experience. Like Helena was about the loss of Gerard Butler's Gerard Way, sorry, lead singer's loss of his grandmother. And kind of, you know, some of the mourning, some of the things that he remembered, like the life experience, the dealing with the funeral, all that kind of stuff, and kind of how it affected them. Same thing when it came to Black Parade, and again, that one was centered around losing somebody to cancer. And not even just losing them suddenly, but like watching them have to go through the illness and seeing that play out and how it affected not just the person who was passing away, but also the people who were having to watch that, the people who were having to make arrangements and plans, and how they were
remembering the person when they were healthy, but also what it was like to watch them fade and waste. And I'm like, that was powerful. Right? More than just words. There was emotion. There was purpose. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yes. I'm like, let's not go back to recession pop. If you don't know what recession pop is, recession pop was the kind of bright and cheerful music that we got when the '08 bubble for housing and the economy just burst, and people were like getting laid off and having a hard time paying for everything, and shit was going sideways. So yeah, like when that all happened, they brought out a lot of really cheerful music that didn't really have much depth to it, to try and kind of distract from the fact that shit was going sideways. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Bienvenue. Don't mind me as I'm mixy. Oh, got this from Shein a couple of years ago, but I am definitely looking into doing some stuff with it because I kind of want to make some of my own stuff, which is why I got my sewing machine out. See, I have it there. I got my sewing machine out. I got out my boxes, my bins, my everything, so I can actually start doing some creation. So I'm going to try and let people know when and where I'm going to be, because I might actually be working on, sewing and whatnot. And I know some people actually like watching that or getting involved with that, but yeah. That. And yeah, they were absolutely escapisms. Because, like, the more you look at who both of those women are... Wait, Gaga's she, her, or do they also go by they, them? Sometimes I have a little trouble keeping up. This is why I ask. But yeah, like, if you really look at them and how they treat their staff and how they treated the people who were parts of their background... Yeah. Not only was it escapism, it was capitalism being masqueraded as something completely else, something altruistic, or something like, voice of a generation kind of thing. And no, they were straight up cash grabs. Straight up. Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Abigail. Okay, so we're doing a poll for our lovely, lovely Ms. Whitney. If you get us to 15K with those lovely gamer fingers, I will do a community card pull. If you need custom, or if you need a personalized Blinks and Lyle, feel free to have that. Got an Ace of Cups. Ooh, and Empress reversed. Okay. I have the Ace of Cups. Hello, Kimmy. And we have, hello, how are you doing? Oh, bats. I was like, I can't see letters. Oh, okay, they're emojis. I'm good. I'm not losing my ability to read. So the Ace of Cups and the Empress reverse. So, ooh, this is like a little bit of a dichotomy. So the Ace of Cups is... Well, if you don't mind, I'll keep calling you it. The Ace of Cups is... Oh. It doesn't feel like... It's not like a freely given or nicely intended opportunity or new start. This one feels much more like a cup of conscription. If you don't know what conscription is, they would sometimes, back in the day, sneak a coin into the bottom of your drink, and if you drank to the bottom to where you could see the coin, you just realized you got drafted, basically. If you drank a little bit and set it down, like didn't finish it and whatnot, and never got to the coin part of it, you were safe. This is why glass bottoms or clear bottoms became a thing for a little while, is so that you could see whether or not there was something at the bottom of your cup. So this particular Ace of Cups feels kind of like somebody handed you what might have seemed like a little bit of an opportunity, and in a little way to get, let's get started. And there were strings attached. There were definitely strings attached. That would be an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Not gonna lie. So, I mean, but you took it, you drank it, you kind of going with it, but it feels like it is deeply hampering your ability to be creative, your ability to do your best work, because there's a lot of, they want you for one thing, they want you for one thing only. They don't really care how creative, how talented, how skilled you are. They just want what they want from this interaction. I don't take it as it being super nefarious, but it feels very, very short-sighted on the other person's, on the other person's side. It's just very short-sighted. They're just like, no, I just want what I want, because, I know you can get it done. So, but like they're not understanding the process, the creativity, the potential of what you can do. If it is a signed contract, do your bare minimum and get the fuck out. If it is something that you can actually just walk away from it, and then like tell them like, yeah, no, the whole reason I'm walking away right now is because this was not a contract in good faith. This exchange was not built on, oh, we're going to do something fun and useful. It was built on, well, come on, let's just do this. And it's like, no, you hired a creative soul. Why aren't you letting me create? Why are you expecting me to just fill in the blanks like it's a rote piece of, data? You have missed the plot. So, if you can, run. And if you can't, just do the thing, and don't sign up for that shit again. It doesn't speak to your soul. Yeah. Now, if you can avoid it wholly, by all means, just go. No. But yeah. You're far too creative for what this is. But yeah. Hello, my darlings. Welcome. Come on in. I didn't realize that I could actually set up digital stuff on a couple of platforms. So let's start. Yeah. Hello, my darlings. How are we? Welcome in. What shall we talk about this evening? So, first thing you want to do is make sure you write down everything that you can possibly think of. All the bad stuff, everything that they did, all those kind of things. If they have given you a termination paper, go ahead and take down all that information too, including the date of termination. And then go ahead and contact your labor board. Most times, I believe in most states, an employer who has terminated you has to pay you somewhere between 24 and 72 hours from that termination date. Anything past that can actually incur them heavy fines. So I would say they created a hostile work environment and then now are not giving you your paycheck. And just tell the labor board, but also remind them, if I don't have that check in my hands in X amount of hours, depending on what your state is, if I don't have the check in my hand in X amount of hours in its entirety, you will be speaking with the labor board instead. Hello. Aw. Well, I'm glad that you didn't lose me forever. Oh yeah, no, definitely let the labor board know. Did you also let like HR know? And did you keep a record? Definitely let the labor board know. Did you also let like HR know? And did you keep a record of it? I know it's back end quarterbacking. I get it. Well, yeah, if you have interactions between you and HR, where you're letting them know stuff is going on, just, oh yeah, oh, then take all of that information, give that to the labor board as well. You're like, this is the reason I had to end up leaving. I made an honest effort. This is the reason I had to leave. Now I am suddenly not being given my wage. So, what can we do? And trust me, the last thing an employer wants to see is the labor board showing up at their doorstep, because that can cost them a hefty amount of money, and a lot of that money will be going to you because it's basically interest on what they owe you. But yeah, breathe, come in on what they owe you. But yeah, breathe, come in, take a load off, decompress for a bit. We're just going to sit, we're going to chill, we're going to do our thing. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. Ooh, y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing real good. So we're aiming. The goal is 15K. If you get to 15K, then we do a free community card pull. If you need a personalized read, those links are in Lio. The Mayhem Marketplace is now open. So go, feel free. I've got some artwork there. I'm getting some of my services squared away on there as well. I'm actually looking at a couple more options here, and should be interesting to get some stuff set up. Yeah. Hello, my darlings. Welcome, welcome. How are we? Come. Let us banter. 12.1. Such a goodness. So, yes. What can we talk about? I mean, well, we can talk about anything and nothing. I've definitely got the capacity for it. Hello, Ashley. Yes, absolutely. I was about to say, shall we speak on zodiac, witchcraft? We can definitely do some yes and no's. Starting up at roughly the end of the month, we'll do small supports for yes and no questions. But for right now, we're still doing it on a pay as you want or pay as you will. Right. We can definitely talk about sinners. So, can I get a yes? Thank you. Can I get a no? Thank you. And can I get a maybe? Thank you. Hey. How you doing? How you doing, love? Welcome on in. Hey, Scarlett. How are we? Okay, so we got some yes and no questions. Go for it. Okay, will Ashley see Timmy this week? Have you asked him? have you asked him? You need to ask him. Like, it's maybe, yeah, maybe. It's giving the. Have you actually asked him this week? have you talked to him? Have you talked to him? If you have his number, like, contact him. He seems like he would be amicable to it. But, you know, you have to make the offer first. Jeez. And your bank didn't think to shut that down? Like, luckily you can contest all of that. Yeah, it does take a hot minute to get that cleared away, but I would also give your bank a bit of a side eye, because 104? Dude. Okay, do we have more yes and no's? Get some pendulum going here. Oh, I would be up somebody's backside. I would be straight up somebody's backside. Like, neither of them? Oh, no. That's credit union. If it was a credit union, definitely be doubly upset, because credit unions tend to be a lot better at spotting oddness going on. But if you're banking with one of the majors, I'd still, like, to say the least. Oh, fuck Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo. They are heinous and so notorious. I don't understand why anybody still banks with them. They are awful on so many levels. I would honestly say yank your money from them. And as far as region, I don't know about them nearly as much, but move accordingly. Will they move into their house this summer? Yeah. Pretty strong yes at that. Ooh. So Playful can back that up. Worked with them from 2012 to 2014. Had you signing off-site forms to open accounts. Yes. People lost their houses because of that. Because they were opening up accounts that these people never signed off on, did not know about. Like, it was a whole ass thing. And for real, like, they never got hit. They never actually got hit with that. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I think I had a bank account with them for like a hot second, and then that broke, and I'm like, nope, absolutely not. I don't understand how they are still a financial institution, honestly. You're welcome, Becky. Honestly, I would. For something like that, I would pull everything and go to a credit union. They tend to be smaller. You tend to have to, like, be from the area, but a credit union is absolutely worth it. That part. Watching them burn. Sorry. I didn't love. I was with Chase and Washington Mutual before they, and they were more transparent, but they were still shady as shit. I will absolutely say a credit union has been worth it every time that I've been with one. And I pretty much exclusively work with credit union now because every one of the big banks, they hit you with so many different charges, so many different fees. They do so much shady shit. I'm just saying. So yeah, we've got the pendulum out. Ooh, you know what? I could... Like, what am I doing? There we go. Little lo-fi in the background. Hello, my darlings. Will Aries and the BF be getting married? That looks like a yes. Will the boyfriend get into the Air Force? So the Air Force feels like more of a maybe, leaning towards no. But the marriage question feels like it's leaning much more towards yes. When things are kind of up in the air, it's just like, it's given almost percentages here. But yeah, it's like, the yes was pretty stable. The Air Force question was a little bit more, no, maybe, no. So, and honestly, at this point in time, with everything going on, I would be incredibly careful about joining, because they've already proven that they do not care what happens to their veterans, and that's a very big deal. I don't know, Ace. I guess you just have to ask. Some people have faith. Some people like to ask questions. Some people like to know a little. But you know, it's not for everyone. And I'm okay with the skepticism. I'll not judge, and I will not dig. Because it happens. It happens. Yeah, I mean, if it's an either or, I mean, A, it's not easy to get into the Air Force. Funny enough, not easy to get into the Air Force. And they actually have decently high physical requirements and acuity requirements to get into the Air Force, because you're going to be putting your body under a lot of stress flying wise. So yeah, their particular parameters have to be met, and they might be a little bit different from the other branches, but they still have, what do you call it? They still have standards. Hey, you know. I mean, definitely talk with them over it and see if it's something that you actually want to be involved with or not. Because, you know, maybe if they're going in for the right reasons, you might be a little bit more copacetic with it. But, like, if you find out they're going in for the wrong reasons, yeah, oh god, yeah, you still have to be comfortable, like, uprooting the entirety of your life. To say the least, you have to be very, very willing to uproot quite a bit of your life. Hello, hello, welcome on in. How's everybody doing? Ah, we got 15K. Cool, 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 cool. So the next goal is going to be 30K. Okay. Apparently. 9 of Wands. Slightly impetuous. Ready to rock it down the hill, to say the least. Double check your footing. Double check your footing. So the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Wands is like the ready, set, fire. The 9 of Wands has a little bit more precision, mostly because they're double checking to make sure that the direction you're headed, the path that you have decided to take, is one that's going to work. It might not be the safest path, it might not be the most comfortable path, but it's a path that's going to work. But always check, double check, and triple check. Because when you're headed into adventure, that's what this very much feels like. When you're headed into adventure, there's always going to be something that you're not necessarily going to see at first. And that's what you're going to end up slipping on. So, first third of the journey feels fine. That middle part feels a little rough. Last part seems fine again. But yeah, like, double and triple check that the path that you are choosing to go down is safe, and that you have the ability to pull the ripcord or bail if you need to. Either strap in extra tight or make sure the parachute is ready. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a wild adventure. Not the longest adventure you could go on, but it's definitely going to be a wild one. Kind of fun, though. We do love the impetuous crowd. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, my darlings? Welcome. Come on in. How is everyone? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. Oh, yeah. So, who wants to talk Zodiac? I'd love to definitely do a bit of that. Oh, and I should have shopping slots open for spell crafting, so I will try and get those listed up pretty shortly. But basically, I will be offering my services both as a witch and as a shopper. Who knows where a lot of things are. I will go out and shop for your witchy needs. So if you need a particular spell put together, if you need a particular set of ingredients, but you're just not sure how much you're gonna need or where to get it from, I can go and get the shopping done for you and ship it. Ooh, Sagittarius, the straight shooter. We do love a good Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the archer, specifically Chiron, I believe, is the patron. And Chiron was Hercules's mentor. Taught him, you know, how to hunt, how to shoot bow and arrow, how to, live, survive, do all those things, especially while he was prepping for some of his major feats, as it were. And he was known as the most straight shooting archer, both in bow and arrow and with the way he spoke, because he would always give you wisdom whether or not you really wanted it and whether or not it cut. So, yeah. Capricorn, the sea goat. The eldest in the zodiac, because you come all the way at the end. The eldest at the zodiac. You're wise, often beyond your years, but you also very much tend to think that you are just right. You're like, I'm old, I'm wise, and it's like, you're one of those things. You don't get along with everybody, and that's fine. You're a little bit curmudgeonly at points, but you are what you are. You are what you are. And honestly, sometimes you actually do irritate people because you do tend to be right. You're not always right, but you do tend to be right. So you're annoying in that way. I think of it from the standpoint of December being our last, and that's like basically where their wheelhouse is. But yeah, like Pisces tends to be more compartmentalized. They are beyond the wizened. They are well into the they're well into the I don't need to show the wisdom. I got my things. I've got everything portioned out, partitioned out, made in a way where I can function. That is all that matters. They don't care about like having to prove that they're right, because they already know. They already know, and they're not going to fight you on it. They're like, Virgo. Virgo the Virgin. That is not a bad thing. Virgo tends to like to mediate. They like to find... the astrological wheel is gently tilted. So yeah, like your 12 is where a 9 usually looks like it should be. But yeah. Virgo is the moderator. Virgo tends to be like a little bit more chill. Tries to keep everything nice. Tries to keep everything happy. Because, we don't need to fight. 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 And heaven forfend you truly piss a Virgo off. They get so cold and so steely that you're just like, oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. I messed up. I messed up. I'm sorry. I messed up. So yeah. Taurus the bull. Think of Ferdinand the bull, not, raging bull in the center of a ring being taunted by the matador. They tend to be calm, but very stalwart. They know what they want. They've got their feet planted. They're an earth sign. Hey, bee. I think we're actually gonna end up doing a lot more art on Wednesday, because I want to get everything squared away so I can do that. But yeah, the Taurus tends to be a good friend. They tend to be really, really, really chill. But yeah, when you do anger them, yeah, you're gonna learn how to sprint. You're gonna learn how to sprint because they are not ones to be messed with. Hey. Leos, oh god. I'm okay with like Leo women for the most part, because they have a little bit of finesse. Leo men, on the other hand, Leo man. Some of them are great. I unfortunately dated one that was an absolute shitheel. They were not a good person. They can be a little bit more on the narcissistic side. But also it's because when a Leo man wants to play with you, they don't quite understand. They roughhouse hard. They're like, look at my new plaything. You're like, oh my god, can you please let me go? You're squeezing too hard. Like, they forget to go, this is my new pride member, versus the, here's the gazelle I caught. And you're like, son of a bitch, am I a fish in a picture? What's going on here? Love them, but they're a little bit much. Oh, are they? Well, that makes some amount of sense. Yeah. That would have been my ex. He was a Leo and a narcissist. It was not fun. Was not fun. And you're like, why do you have to be this way? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, awesome. Awesome. I am a Gemini. Hi, how do you do? Geminis can seem a little bit capricious or flighty, but we are ruled by Mercury, the messenger. So we are a talkative sort quite often. And we are often also a mirror to the people who are around us. So we don't ask why. This is not like we're not trying to do this, but we often take in and kind of gently mimic the people, the energy around us. So if you put us in with a narcissist, we are their worst nightmare, because for about a hot second, it feels like we're feeding their ego. But the moment they stop doing love bombing, the part where they give you all that attention so you get addicted to them, the moment they stop doing that and start doing the cold and aloof, we, Geminis, also tend to do that kind of pulling back and becoming more cold, more aloof. And they can't understand why. And it's like, because we're giving you the energy that you're giving us. And if you're giving us nothing, we're giving you nothing. So they hate it. They hate it. I think some of us can be two-faced, but then again, that can be anybody. I don't think it's two-faced. I think it's that we see a lot more of what's going on. And we also give and take as we get. So it's not that we're two-faced, it's that, yeah, we can flip on a dime. Because if you went from treating us super nice to treating us like trash, we're going to give that same energy back. And yeah, we're not good doormats. We're really not good doormats. Oh yeah, I've been there, and yeah, there are definitely similarities between Pisces and Gemini. We're two sides to the same coin. Pisces is more like order, almost to an extreme at times. They like to keep everything nicely compartmentalized. They like the way they think. They like their things the way they like their things. Gemini is like the chaos side. We're a lot more flexible. We're a lot more adaptable. But yeah, like, we have similarities. We just go about them in slightly different ways. Well, so far, not too much. We're having reading cards, chatting, chilling, bantering, doing pendulum, and whatnot. Had a lovely night, or not a lovely night, a lovely afternoon on a verified place. And oh, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. But yeah, had some fun figuring everything out. You know how it goes. Oh, did I forget to put in the... I'm sitting here. sitting here talking to you. I am so sorry. I thought I had this in. Thank you, darling. Put a bit of deep conditioner in today and really let it go at. Oh, okay. I was in the middle of a live, and I was just like, I just started doing some really good talking and bantering and whatnot. So I was just like, which is why I was like, the moment I was off, I'm like, and are you okay? Just want to make sure. Swear to God, I'm not just. I was otherwise tied up. So yeah, 3 to 5. I'm gonna be on verified place, and yeah, 6 to 9. I'm gonna be here. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. Honestly, if it had called one more time, I would have been like, I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta go. I'm like, if it's being that insistent, there might actually be a problem going on. So, yeah, it is what it is. Hello, everybody. How you doing? We are aiming now for 30K. Once you reach 30K, we will do another card pull for the community. Oh, of course, of course. Actually, I'm going to set up a more comfortable... I pulled out my sewing stuff, so I am going to start sewing ever so shortly. I have no idea what the one thing you worry about is, Carlos. I'm sorry, Carlo. I'm not clairvoyant. That's a different thing. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. I got some big things that I'd love to do by the end of this month / beginning of next month. My birthday is coming up very rapidly in June, and I would like to go to a convention. Let me make sure that that is set. Called DomCon LA. It is a very particular event for a very particular type of people. I am one of those people. And I'm really hoping to do that and actually have a couple of new outfits put together for myself, which I'm going to make. But also, I'm hoping to have the accoutrement to go with, especially these, because I have found that I actually like using my nails the most when it comes to certain things. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Come on in. I cannot wait to figure out what my boning looks like so I can draft a pattern for, how you call it, corsets and whatnot. There's some stuff I've got to do. I might look into making some bias tape. Because yeah, I wanna bind off a couple of pieces before I get them listed. Because yeah, I wanna bind off a couple of pieces before I get them listed. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. We were just talking a little bit about Zodiac, and then we're also doing some pendulum, some tarot cards. Oh, and you can now actually get yourself a private read. So if you don't like to be read publicly, that's perfectly fine. If you go to the marketplace, there are services there, so you can get private reads, and we can do everything there. And that has a couple of extra ways to go about it. So yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, bienvenue. How is everybody? Is this a good angle, or would you like a slightly higher angle? Hello, hello. Really? Oh, do I have any subscribers here who need their monthly card pull? I know sometimes you forget about that. Oh, and also for my subscribers, I did a very, very, very short behind the scenes look. So we are doing things. Hello, my darlings. Come in, come in. If you got those, I do enjoy the Game of Fingers. They get me out towards the FYP, and our current goal is for 30K. So when we hit 30K, there will be another community card pull. But yeah, come on in. What shall we talk about together? Or I guess I could always just whisper very quietly. Oh, also, I've got some new stuff. I'm rearranging my throne right now. Got some new stuff listed over there, and I am very much of the mindset that I would adore if somebody got the mini mic for my phone, because while I love this little lavalier, the sound quality is not quite where I want it to be if I were to be doing stuff like reading from fictions or doing voice work. Yes, yes, and never be afraid to like create some of your own. Like those are some tried and tested. Those are some ones that have been used for quite some time. But yeah, like never hesitate to make your own. But yeah, I love finding different spreads. Celtic Cross is still always my tried and true favorite because it is so well thought out and has so much nuance to it. But yeah, there are a lot of different spreads out there, and like find two or three that you're really like drawn to, get really comfortable with those, and then expand from there. So like a Celtic Cross, a 3 card, a 5 card, that kind of stuff. Because I knew a couple of different 5 cards. It all just kind of depends on the situation, as it were. But usually, like, if I'm doing a 5 card, the most part, it'd be 2 cards going one direction, 2 cards going another direction, and then like the signifier for the person in the middle. And then you would read, this is the past affecting the signifier, and this is what the future is holding for the signifier. But yeah, like you can be flexible. It can be past and present. It could be, oh, these are the 2 diverging paths. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun. How's everybody doing today? Getting a little dinner, getting a little hydration. Yes. Eating food is good. Eating food is. I actually had quite a bit of food today, including basically I was like, let's put everything into a thing and we'll figure it out from there. I ended up making a quesadilla with a metric shit ton of cheese because that's how I roll. I'm pretty sure I'm this close to being lactose intolerant at this point. Anyways, duck, acorn squash, a bit of onion, cabbage, cilantro, of course, some herbs and spices. What else did I put in there? But yeah, just that, and I have drank so much water. Yes, it was in the form of like a lemonade type thing, but I have drank so much water because a simple syrup is a beautiful thing. I can't just drink straight water. Especially like okay, I can do it if it's like distilled and very cold. I can't drink straight tap. Can't. Hello, hello. Welcome. Come on in. How's everybody doing? Got a little bit of lo-fi going on. We're doing some card reading as well as banter, talking about zodiacs, witchcraft, all that kind of good stuff. If you have questions on pretty much anything, feel free to ask because I am known as a banter. I am a professional yapper and I admit it. So yeah. Also, if I've got any of my subscribers in here, by all means ask for your monthly card pull. I'm working on getting the link tree squared away today. And then I'm also going to be working on getting some of the links cleaned up so it's a little bit easier to navigate. A lot of my social media platform is going to be actually routed through Mayhem Marketplace, so you won't have to keep tapping to go everywhere. It's going to be a little bit more centralized. And then Throne is also a good keys to the kingdom. So if the list suddenly looks like so much shorter than you're imagining a tree would look like, don't worry. It's just because I've put everything in one or two areas so you can get a lot more information a lot quicker. I swear, trying to pry dairy out of a lactose intolerant person's hands is, you'd be better off with the jaws of life. Nice. Very nice. Well, and make sure you're like listening to the cards because sometimes the cards will tell you what they're gonna mean or what they're gonna be more heavily symbolizing. So, like, if you ever notice when I'm using different decks, the same card can feel very different between each deck, especially like the kings. The kings in each of my deck very very different in their temperament. My King of Pentacles in this deck tends to be very warm, very nurturing, very positive masculine, um, very like wonderful, just love, so much goodness. Extra sharp cheddar is one of the few joys. Well, yeah, because extra sharp cheddar is aged long enough that the enzyme that would normally cause discomfort for those who are intolerant has been neutralized or otherwise changed to something else. So it does not tend to be as rough. The sharper the cheese, apparently, the more likely the enzyme that causes the reaction is not going to be present. So cheeses that are aged over 6 months and more tend to be more comfortable overall. Not that I ever did research on this thinking that I might need this knowledge someday. Just say, this is why things like brie cheeses, soft cheeses, yeah, they tend to hit a lot harder because they still got a lot of that milk product in there. Yes. Oh, that's what it is. So in this deck, my Shadowscape, King of Pentacles, very nice, very calm, very positive, gentle, masculine. In the Mucha deck, he's a little bit more stingy, a little bit more reserved. But in my steampunk deck, he's a penny pinch. He is definitely a penny pinch. And So yeah, like sometimes they just have slightly different personalities, if you know what I mean. Ooh, deviled. Oh, I love a good deviled egg. Actually, I kind of want to make deviled eggs. Yeah. Which which deck is my favorite? I can't choose a favorite. They're all my children. I like the bluntness of the Shadowscape. I like the kind of boisterousness of the steampunk. Mucha is always good, tried and true. But yeah, like I want to say the Shadowscape right now is definitely one of my faves. And honestly, I kind of want to get a couple more decks. Cause yeah, I like connecting with different decks and whatnot. I've been trying with my Klimt cards, although I haven't been able to try too much because the artwork on them I didn't realize when I first got them. The artwork on them I can't necessarily always directly show to the camera. It's like I can't use it quite as much. But yeah, fair enough. They asked, you provided. No, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. And sometimes connection takes time. Like you've got to do a cleansing on your card, and then you have to like sit and just vibe with them for a while. Sometimes I found one of the things that helps is like putting on something in the background. Like I like to use lo-fi because lo-fi is very calming. But yeah, just put it on in the background and you know vibe with your cards. Just kind of sit, shuffle them, dole them out as it feels right. But yeah, good things are coming. We can hope. We can definitely hope. Oh no, you're allergic to eggs? Are you okay? I am so sorry for you. My God. Not that I have an absolute love affair with eggs, but I like a lot of the things that eggs can be put into. Damn. Hello, hello. Thank you all for the support. Oh, if anybody ever happens to do a sorry, that's dogs. If anybody ever happens to do a galaxy, those will get you an automatic 2-card pull, and you can either decide on for yourself or for the community. So we reward support around here. Really? You're allergic? Wow, how many people here are allergic to eggs? Oh my God. Ooh, tomatoes and chocolate. Oh, you poor thing. Between the pizzas and chocolate. Chocolate. Oh my God. It's amazing what happens when you start talking and like people are like, you're like, oh, you feel a lot less alone. I kind of love that. Allergic to alcohol, allergic to grass. Ooh, goodness. I'm not supposed to have soy, but that was because of the cancer. I am allergic to sudden weather changes. Vasomotor rhinitis, my ass. Ooh, I am very allergic to sulfa. So not only just the not just the drug family, but also the like wines that contain a high amount of tannins. They mess with me something awful. And sulfur dioxide, which is used as a color preservative in dried fruits. I found that one out the hard way. Because they're like, oh, no, you just can't take this particular type of medicine. And I'm like, oh, cool. Yay. They didn't tell me that, oh, yeah, by the way, this also extends over into certain types of fermentation for alcohols and certain preservatives used for food. I'm like, because dried apricots were my absolute favorite fruit. Oh my god, I could eat an entire bag of dried apricots like nobody's business. Yeah, tried that after I found out, like a year or so after I found out I was like allergic to sulfa. I was eating like a bag and just felt like a hot rash on my face. Oh, see, I'm not the only one. Yay. Felt like a hot rash on my face. Noticed my tongue started feeling really funny. And then my system decided to clear itself. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh my God, are you okay? Because they noticed there was definitely a change to my face. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, nope. I think I just ate something I really wasn't supposed to. So sulfa is a category of medication, kind of like penicillin, amoxicillin, or that psyllin family. They do like antibiotics and whatnot. So sulfa is another medical family, and it is used in a ton of different topical ointments as well as several different antibiotics, apparently. And so, like Neosporin has a silver in it, or some sort of a sulfa in it. Or if I put it on a wound, instead of numbing and helping to heal, it feels like I have put gasoline on my palm and just like lit it on fire. I found this out mostly because I accidentally burned myself bad enough I had to go to the hospital, and went in and they put burn cream all over my hand. And I'm sitting there and my hand just starts doing this number. And I'm like, is my hand supposed to still hurt this bad? And they're like, no, there's supposed to be a numbing agent in it and you shouldn't be really feeling much of anything. Like, I'm like, it feels about 10 times worse. They unwrap my hand real quick to take a look, and it's just my hand is bright red. And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, I'm allergic to sulfa drugs. Am I now allergic to something else? And they went back, they got the little thing, and they're like, nope, it's got sulfa in it. It's got sulfa in it. And I'm like, they're like, we're gonna be wiping that off. I'm like, thank you, thank you. I'm like, can I use Neosporin? They're like, nope, that has the exact. This is basically what this is. This is Neosporin, but it's medical grade. They have almost the exact same thing, and I'm like, shit. So I'm like, it's so annoying, so annoying. Because yeah, if I ingest it, it's not like an immediate anaphylactic, but it's anaphylactic over time, which can be real dangerous. So yeah, like, it's not a great thing. And honestly, I haven't tried my luck with it anytime recently, so I don't know if it has become more sensitive or less sensitive. Because yes, you can both gain and lose allergies over time. Some are constant, some are lifelong. Some will become more severe as you age, and some will become less severe as you age. It's a whole thing. Hello, hello. If anybody needs a card read, Blinks are in Lyle right now. The goal is for 30K. And if we get to 30K, we will do another community card pull. Got a lot of... Oh. Like, what is that? Pardon as I'm just doing a quick spool through. There we go. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. So, besides allergies, actually, what are some of people's favorite foods? Oh, Sylvadine. What was the one I was using? I've been using the generic ones, but like now I have to look for a very specific set of words and I have to keep my eyes out for it. Same thing with like shampoo. It has sodium lauryl sulfate in it, which can make your skin super dry, which it I seem to be okay with a topical shampoo, but yeah, the moment it can enter my body, it's like nah. Ooh, we love a good sushi. Definitely love a good sushi. Gave you Limitrex for your migraines. It almost. Oh no. Oh, are you shitting me? There are days I wonder. Like, this is kind of why I despise a paper chart. Like, paper charts sometimes be needed for certain things. But, like, I really, really wish that they would switch to a digital system when it came to keeping records and histories. That way, if you're like, okay, we're going to prescribe da, 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 you type that into a digital chart and there's already like a known allergen, it could sit there and check to see if there would be an interaction with your allergies with whatever medication is prescribed. Right? If you got to do both, do both. Half the time it doesn't feel like they're even checking the regular, just, oh, we've got a paper chart. Did you read any of it? Did you read any of it? Because some of the questions you are asking me is showing me you didn't read it. When's the last time? Not in a decade. Literally not in a decade. Kind of had that entire thing taken out if I ever have that problem again. Just saying. That part, man. And they're doing trial and error on us in real time, and you're like, this is not fun. This is not fun. Like, with the book. I knew what you meant. I have been asked that question so many times. And the fact that I give the answer to the nurse and then the doctor will come in and go, so is there any way you could be? No. And had you taken even 2 minutes to take a cursory glance over the chart that the nurse was so nice to put together for you, you would know. Then no. Because every time I tell a nurse, they practically put it at the very top of the chart in almost big letters, like bold writing, like, nope, gone, extensively gone. I'm like, how do you keep asking me that exact same question? One of these times I'm gonna go, you know what? Let's go ahead and taste. Let's try one. Let's go. Give me the cup. Give me the cup. Give me the cup. No. Give me the damn cup. That way we know for everybody's edification. Swear to God, they don't read it. It drives me up a wall. Hello, darlings. How are we doing today? Come on in. We're having a little good fun. We're chilling. We're doing the thing. Right. It'd be worrisome if it came back positive. I'd be like, okay, so apparently I'm either about to birth the Antichrist Or I've got a bigger problem. So let's go ahead and redo that test. Because, yeah. I swear to God, this is not a trauma dump. This is like literally just my life. I had a full, extensive hysterectomy because of cancer. And I'm not even supposed to really take in that much soy because soy contains a lot of phytoestrogens. I found that I'm actually more sensitive to certain mushrooms because they also create phytoestrogens. So yeah, I have to be pretty careful with what I eat, and I monitor everything that's going on. So if I were to suddenly if I were to if I were to suddenly pop positive, that would mean that I had a very, very, very big issue on hand, and none of it would be an actual pregnancy. I literally don't have any of the parts to make that happen. Oh man, nah. I'm like, I don't care. Jesus, Satan, God, devil, I don't care. Somebody come get this baby. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nah. Nah. Cause ain't none of you been here. Ain't none of you been invited. So I don't know what you think you're doing dropping that off with me. Nope. It's like a very, very, very light champagne grape. So I had a very particular type of cancer. I had, oh God, what was it? Endometrial edema carcinoma. All of them have these really big, long names with all these kind of things and whatnot. But I don't care if I have to call him up on the Ouija board. Somebody's showing up to get that damn kid. Yeah. For a lot of people, when they get the full histo, they can go on to take HRT, hormone replacement therapies, and they'll be fine. But because I had a type of cancer that was very, very specifically estrogen driven, my surgeon went, yeah, no, we got to take everything because the estrogen is the problem. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, okay. So they're like, we have to take ovary, fallopian, uterus, cervix, as well as some of the surrounding fatty tissue, because if there's any cells that are left behind that can still produce estrogen, especially on any like really measurable level, that's not going to be a good thing. That could encourage those cells that are already sensitive to estrogen to go back to doing the cancer thing. And I'm like, he's like, that's why we're taking everything. That's why we were taking everything. And I'm like, will I still have the water slide? And he's like, yes, we're leaving the water slide in the log jam. You'll be fine by that. But we got to take out the rest of the amusement park. I'm like, yeah, I didn't need a kid's land. Thank you. Wait, what? Oh my God, that is comedy. The fact that you can pick on when I've had a bit too much soy. And you're right too. You're right. I love my ramen. And a lot of times I will take out the flavor packet and whatnot, and I will put in my own herbs and spices. But sometimes those flavor packages are really, really good. I'm looking at you, Bulldog. Sometimes the flavor packages are just really good. I should honestly start mixing up like my own flavor blends if I was halfway smart. Well, I mean, you are a soybean, so. But yeah, no, like it is true though. If I have soy, people will start to notice that I start having physical changes. I also start having like emotional or mood changes. I had some pretty epic PMS when I still had everything. And yeah, like my swings were far and wide. Very far and very wide. Oh yeah. Well then you should feel called out. Mhm. I'm like, if I do it in measured amounts, it doesn't seem to be too bad for me, but still I know like I got to be careful how much I take in cuz yeah. If I suddenly notice that I'm just really feeling just off and really crabby, super duper crabby, having a lot of trouble sleeping, yeah, that's usually I've had a little too much soy. Fair, very fair, very fair. Luckily, I'm in a bit more of like a. I want rice. I want cheese. I want like Mexican foods. Like aiming more for like garlics, onions. I want more seasoning. I mean, I can have too much soy. Clearly, I can have too much soy. I've just learned a bit where the moderation point is. That part, that part. Like half the time, there it's showing up in stuff that you wouldn't think. So like I was eating Trader Joe's for a while, and specifically the gyoza, and I was downing like half a bag per day. I was using that as like, okay, this is my meals. These are my meals. I didn't really feel like eating anything else because I was still recovering, and I was noticing that I was becoming more and more emotional and more just not happy, not happy. And then one day I felt like just violently ill. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I don't usually get. Oh no, I've got to go check some labels. So I went back and I started checking all of my food labels, and it turns out that they had not edamame, but soy. If they had been edamame, I would have been like, oh, I can see edamame in there. That's soybeans. I can't have this, so go on. No, they had put soy in as a binder. So yeah, I had been ingesting a pretty hefty amount of soy on a daily basis for probably a couple of weeks. It was not fun. It was not fun. I used to not be able to have cilantro because yeah, it tasted like soap. It was just you wear a binder, you are a binder. Oh my god, yes. But yeah, no, shit, I forgot what else I was saying. Eh. Nope, I got immediate menopause. Immediate. So basically, they went in, and I didn't even get to have the laparoscopic, or where they go educational, transvaginal, which would have left no external scars, just the one internal. They actually had to open me up from, where is it? They opened me up from about here all the way down to the groin. Pulled that all open, had to bring everything out because I was at a stage where it could have wrapped around kidneys, adrenal gland, and colorectal area. So they had to, like, we have to make sure. They pulled everything out, and yeah, they took like everything. Yes, I got it. Yes, I really did because they did a derma bond, but then they also stapled. So yeah, I looked so Frankenstein when I first got out of surgery. I looked so Frankenstein. It was awful. But yeah, no, they literally took everything out, and that included the ovaries, which are the main gland that produces estrogen for your cycle. So basically, as they took everything out, I now no longer had estrogen in my system. But estrogen is a fat soluble hormone. So as I was losing weight, I was still getting small doses of estrogen, but not estrogen at the level you would need to, like, maintain what a cycle would feel like. So yeah, like the full brunt of menopause hit, I want to say 2 to 6 months after the surgery. Right. Well, I mean, that surgery is going to make you feel absolutely horrendous. A, they're moving everything around. B, your organs have to figure out how to shift themselves back into place and reconstruct themselves with now missing items. So it's just going, okay, well, we don't have anything there. Do we need to move the bladder? Maybe we should shift the intestines a little bit more. Every now and again, every now and again. So like things like the chin hair, or brain fog, sometimes the exhaustion. Like I think what I'm going through right now might be a little bit of a side effect, along with, everything like the allergies and whatnot that I've been going through. The exhaustion part of it might actually be one of the symptoms that tends to linger. But like the hot flashes, oh my god. Those hot flashes were so hellacious. They were so awful. Just, it felt like a campfire had been lit in my chest. And I could literally stand in front of a full force air conditioning set to its lowest temperature and I wouldn't feel it. I could stick my head in a freezer. It would barely put a dent on it. I was putting ice packs on myself and going, yep, no, I think I'm still sweating. I think I'm still sweating and it's cold. This is gross. Like, it was awful. And then the moment that hot flash would turn itself off, my entire body felt like it was frozen. It was hellacious. That part, that part. But yeah, like they tell you about the hot flashes, they never tell you about the cold flashes. Those cold flashes suck ass. I'm like, I start understanding old women a lot better now. I'm like, oh, that's why you always have a shawl. That's why you always have a cardigan on. Because half the time you're like, I am far too hot. I think I could hibachi like half the planet right about now. And the other half the time you're like, kind of chilly, kind of chilly. Why am I kind of chilly? Why am I kind of, you know what? We're just gonna put on a shawl. We're just gonna put on a light shawl. Mm-hmm. Hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold. Oh, and here's another thing they don't tell you. So while menopause does tend to last somewhere between 18 months and 2 years, it can go dormant and then resurface again. Ain't nothing like thinking you've gone through hell, you've gotten through it, and then like 5 years later, suddenly you have a hot flash just blindside you. What the? Why? Why? Mm-hmm. 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 A million times that. That's why them old people at Target and Wally World, nah, they ain't playing. They got nothing left. Oh, that sucks. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that blind cycle is, from everything I heard, is nothing to play with. That perimenopause, you're like, I think I'm done. You're like, really, 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 because it'll come back with no warning, none whatsoever. That's probably one of the biggest things that I loved about getting all of this removed. Never having another accident, never having another slip, never having to deal with another, God damn it, I thought I stopped. I got nothing there. I have saved so much on cleaning products, on sanitary products, on so many things. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. Thank ya, to say the least. Like, yeah, those blind sides are something awful. Oh, that hurt. The sweating was awful. The sweating was. I learned real quick to use body powder, like a cornstarch based body powder. It has made a world of difference. Yeah, yeah. Body powder is a beautiful thing. It really is. But like, it's also not fun to have to wipe down or wipe off that body powder once you get overly moist, and then have to reapply it. Like, look, could we just not? Could we just just saying. I'm just saying. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Got about another hour. I'm going to take a very quick bio break. I will be right back. If you want or need a personal read, links are in bio. I'll be right back. Let me try to do this without knocking everything over. There we go. I would ask you to clarify, but also... You know what you did. Sorry, this is a good lo-fi. So I think Wednesday I'm going to try and do artwork live. I actually want to get the line work done beforehand just so I can do the painting portion. And I hope by Wednesday I'll have a few things squared away. Yes, yes, because you want to get to know your cards first, and kind of like their personalities first. And sometimes the cards will give you a clearer idea of what they represent or how they're going to lean. I think I have a piece that I'm already working on. So yeah, I just need to get the line work laid in and get some of the overall pencil work erased from it. Might make a few changes here and there. And then I just need to decide on my color scheme. So either that, or I might, if I can find all of my gear, I might do a set of nails. So yeah, if I got all my gear and everything, I'll set up on here and do like a set of super long nails. Hey, April. No, just take them out and put them how you need them. You don't shuffle them towards yourself. Take them out, and then you can flip them over as you need. Don't overthink. Don't overthink. They are a tool. The tool just happens to have some personality. So yeah, and every now and again you'll get like a chunk of them that'll decide to hop out. That doesn't mean you have to read them. Does not read you. Some days you just had a bad shuffle and things slid. Does not mean that you have to read them. So yeah, don't ever feel like you have to do something. Just do what you gotta do, but you don't have. Oh my god, I had like half the deck fell. Then just pick it up and keep shuffling. But like if it's one card and it's like, whoop, you're like, son of a... Well, we're gonna be reading that one. We're gonna be reading that one. But sometimes your deck will test you just to keep you on your toes. Other times it's like, oh no, this needs to be read. So if something hops, just give yourself like a quick intuition check. If it feels like okay, this probably hopped for a reason, then read for it. But if you're just like, nah, that was just a bad shuffle, then yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you will definitely feel it. Mm-hmm. See, I'm playing dangerous games by bridging them. That's how you end up with 52 pickup. Yeah, and I'm fidgety. I have to have something to do with my hands. I'd like to be, working on something, especially if I'm not talking overly much. But yeah, like putting energy into your cards will often help you understand when something is happening versus when something is not happening. The more energy you put into your cards, usually the easier they are to read because you understand them. You can feel it a little bit more. If there are cards that you next to never pick up, they're going to slide a lot easier. They're going to move a lot quicker, not because there's energy to them, but much more because they are still perfectly shiny, laminated, slippery because they have no wear and tear on them. So, yeah. Well, because it's lovely, it's rhythmic. There's a certain rhythm to them, but also it's about the hands. I say, and then it sits there and makes a fool of me. Hello, how you doing, Sam? Is Fortnite treating you well, or you're on? You're doing Pokemon Go right now, aren't you? With what was it? It was a Star Wars event still going on, right? Dogs are after a squirrel. I know that bark and snarl all too well. Palia. Ooh, I don't think I've heard of Palia. I'm thinking of. I think I might be thinking of Pal World, but that was the one that had like. It was a very Pokemon-esque. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Well, none of them are in the house. There's three of them. Three little dogs. Two yappy, nippy Chihuahua types, and one built like a small, low-slung brick. Hey, how you doing, Boo? Cards worth 200 to 1.5. I swear, if I ever, I would definitely sell. I would definitely sell. and live comfortably for quite some time. Hello, hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. Oh, God. How is there a documentary when they're not even done with the trial? I'm certain, and I'm a little annoyed. I'm a little annoyed. Because often these documentaries are used as ways to sway public opinion. But there is no swaying my public opinion from what he did. Right? Because, like, I swear they don't make documentaries like they used to. They used to do real research. And it feels like a lot of the documentaries that have been coming out much more recently are people's opinion pieces, not actual deep diving, research driven, film. It always, it like, oh God, what was the recent one? Like some of the Dahmer, Bundy, those kind of things, like, oh, free to play Sims adventure game. Oh, I'll see if I can't grab a little video from like YouTube or something and check it out, see if I might like that. But yeah, no, there was a couple of ones about serial unalivers. And funny enough, I have a degree of psych. Serial unalivers was my hyper focus for a while. I got deep. So I knew a lot about them going in. So every now and again, I would watch a documentary. And I mean, even back in the day, they did rather romanticize a lot of these people. But, like, especially lately, it feels like they're treating them like their own personal, like, dark fanfic. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, this isn't just some cutesy little opinion piece you get to put out. These people did horrible things. Their victims were often done so wrong by the police force and by the people in power. There's literally only like one serial that I can think of that I'm like, nah, I don't think they were as serial as you are making them out to be. And I think the system honestly failed the unaliver so badly that it pushed them towards being more aggressive and much more violent, because they were trying to literally survive. And the people that they were unaliving were often known to be incredibly violent themselves. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn it around. I'll show you. I'm just I was messing around with a rope light to create, like, sorry, creating new environments. So now my witchy corner is kind of a nightclub backdrop. Yeah, I've got some items drying and curing and doing their thing. Here's my quick behind the scenes. There's my sewing machine, because I do plan on sewing and working on some stuff. I'm re-altering some of my spaces. Right. Like, let me see how that looks for a bit. I think the next time I come on, because I still wanted to move some stuff around just a touch. I think the next time I come on, I'll be kind of set up in such a way that hopefully that'll be behind me, giving me a little bit more backlighting. Actually, you know what? I don't know what that's going to... I guess we can do a quick test run. Actually, okay. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'll probably have a singular color rather than striating colors, but I'm not mad at that. You're not quite wrong. I've had this rope light for quite a while. And after using those lovely little the twinkle lights, which I didn't mean them to be like twinkle twinkle. I just thought they were just gonna be like icicle lighting, where you get the lovely amount of that soft warm glow, but you're not you know blinded by them. And unfortunately, with how with how the frame rate on this, it caused them to like vibrate. And oh, no worries, you're fine, that is funny that you saw it. I honestly didn't even notice. But yeah, no, the icicle lights that I had up, the frame rate was such that it caused them to kind of vibrate and flicker, and I was really worried that that was going to cause some issues, because I know some of my followers have light sensitivities in a variety of different fashions. So I was just like, let's take those down because I don't want to cause problems. But I was like, the rope light seems steady, and so I'm a little bit less worried about it causing a bad reaction because it doesn't flicker. Yeah, so so over to what would be my right. I have my bed, and then a small doldrum where I have my basically my outdoor closet, or my closet, I should say. Closet. And then in the closet is like I store a lot of my stuff. It's all, stacked and put in boxes so it fits a little bit more cleanly. But that's basically, I fit a lot into this room. It has been a feat of maximalism. But yeah, I was able to finally open up a little bit more room, and I'm using, trunks, and everything has been like layered in, it's been built up. Yeah, it's the space has been definitely maximized in a lot of ways. But I would honestly love to find a way to get into a place of my own, because I need more space, especially at this. I need more space in order to do a lot of things more correctly, and so that I can be a little bit more spaced out, so I can see stuff, so I can, every place has its thing. I can do the thing here, like set up stations, I guess. Oh, let's see. I'm wearing LA Colors matte, and the color is maroon. $1.75, I think, at Daiso. Sometimes cheap and cheerful is a way to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that last place was some bullshit. That last place was fucking awful. Right. We adore a good, affordable lippy. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for more stable work. I like this and everything, and I'd love for this to be one of my major sources of income. But like, I'm not quite there just yet, and I know part of that is I desperately need to upgrade some of my tech so that I can get cleaner everything. It would also really help that if this app would import the stuff that you film at the quality that you filmed it at. I might have to start going onto my computer and seeing maybe if those are better, easier, whatever. But yeah, like on this app, when you film something, just say on your phone and whatever, and then you import it into the app, your the video quality goes down slightly, but the vocal quality just eats shit. And it has been ever, yeah, I'm just like, I've gotten dinged a couple of times in the past where they're like, I don't know if this is the quality you meant to have. I don't know if we could pay you for this. I'm like, maybe if you didn't keep docking the quality, maybe if you didn't like literally turn down the quality of the vocal and the video, you would have the quality that I filmed it in. Like, damn, dude. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, no, this app is definitely not what it used to be in a lot of ways. But I mean, I could say that about a lot of things, you know. A lot of times I'm just like, why are you getting in the way of actual progress? We could be doing so much more. We could be doing so much more. Oh yeah, and now it's 60-40, and we have to fight for that extra 10%. The fact that I get more coin on verified sites than I do on this thing. Right? Right? It used to be a lot of fun. It used to be a lot of information. Hey, Robbie. It used to be a lot of just fun, good trends. Yep. So for those of you who don't know, it used to be on live streams, whatever was given support-wise, 50% went to the creator, 50% went to the platform. And at about the beginning of this year, they changed it to the creator gets 40%, the platform gets 60%. And then we have to do all these fun missions to try and earn another 10% to make it closer to 50-50. I mean, not only is it all ads, I don't even care so much about the begging and whatnot. Like, you can scroll by that, you can block those creators, you can do what you want in that particular thing. The ads are just so aggressive, and there are so many of them. But above and beyond the ads is they don't take care of the scammers that are on this app. And the scammers are the people who are just taking content and, spitting it back out as their own. Like, and it's like some of them are so bad that they're putting these fun borders around everything, and like they've got, nonsensical names, but like, that they pulled these clips off of like YouTube or Instagram or other places, giving no compensation whatsoever to the creators and just passing it off as their own and getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of likes. and shares and whatnot. And it's like, I'm like, if they would just take care of the GD scammers and the people who are snitching other people's content and profiting off of it, like, exactly. Well, I mean, they ding our reach. They ding our visibility as well if we have any sort of a in our blinks. We're not even allowed to say, you know, the actual in bio. We're not supposed to say that because they don't want us to have the ability to send people to offsite to where we might actually be able to have a profit of any variety without them getting their cut. Mm-hmm. Which is why I go, blinks are in Lio, especially if you want to do support directly. Find out what your creators got and like take a quick look over there and find ways that you can support directly. That part. And honestly, if they were getting the 10 and we were getting the 90, do you know how many people would be able to actually pay a lot of their bills and be even more encouraged to actually go live and be able to produce quality content? But when they are taking such a deep cut, and they're not paying us by the hour. We are literally here and being supported by what people are nice enough to give us. So yeah, like the whole thing is just it's hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying not to say too much. Trying not to say too much. But yeah, like, and most people don't know the reality of it, which is the part that is just so. Yeah, even a 70/30, even a 7, because a 70/30 is what you get on most verified places. The fact that this is a multi-billion, and we're talking like tens of hundreds of $billion platform, they could literally be paying us and it wouldn't make a single dent to their bottom line. If anything, it would probably help their bottom line. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Literally, the creators are setting the trends. The creators are making all of the content for free. For free. I would love if creators could unionize. That'd be fantastic. And honestly, we have needed this since the dawn of YouTube. Creators have needed a way to unionize since the dawn of YouTube. Because if you are a creator, you should absolutely get monetized from the beginning. If you're a creator, you should be getting a very healthy. Oh, yeah, and that's half the reason I've been looking for a more solid financial income, part-time job, full-time job, is because there has been so much uncertainty and there's been many so many times where it's just like getting the legs cut out from under me has nearly made me homeless. So yeah, it's like it's very stressful, but I'm also trying so desperately not to give up, not just on my own, like the things that I really want to do, but also like I know a lot of people, I am a helpful place to be, a helpful place to come to, person for advice and so much more. But yeah, it's just like it's rough. It's fucking rough. That part. That part. Monetization really should not be hard to do, especially with how much advertising is on this freaking platform. Like, advertisers pay huge money to be on this platform. Which is again why I keep showing up and like I'm having to adjust the way I do certain things, and like the content and whatnot that I put out. And I think certain deep moment, not a dark moment, deep moment here. It's why I've been so slow to like want to advertise myself, or be like, oh yeah, I've got these things over here, or I'm doing. It's because I have a very, very deep sense of like ethics, justice, and whatnot, and I don't love the way capitalism can really cause certain people to like compromise. And so like I've had to do some soul searching of like, am I compromising? No, I'm kind of playing the game because that's what the game is at this point. But even in playing the game, I know that I'm not compromising who I am as a person. So yay. But like, yeah, it's not something that's like an easy quick answer, because we're all just really trying to survive out here right now. And there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. But also so much information about how to do content creation effectively, how to set up your lighting, how to set up everything. There's so much of that stuff is so gate kept or so buried that I think most people start out not knowing even how to begin. And it's a daunting task because it's not something that is just, oh, this is a part-time. If you really want to be a content creator, and I'm learning this the hardest of ways, if you want to be a content creator, it is a 24/7 kind of job. And trying to teach yourself tech when you are not a tech person, yeah, the tech slows me down. The programs, because everybody's like, oh yeah, well, I just use these 5 programs to set up, find out what the trends going on are, find where my demographic is, decide how much I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna pay this much for promotion, and I'm gonna be paying this much for each one of these services each month. And I'm like, okay, so where do I start when I am not a person who can invest anything? When you can't invest time, oh well, you can start with all these free things, and all of the free things look like ass compared to even the lowest level of the paid stuff. So trying to overcome that hurdle is incredibly difficult, and it can be so fucking it is wildly overwhelming. I am just getting better at some of it now, and I'm just like, and I mean, we saw some people like to throw my struggle back in my face, but fuck them, whatever. But yeah, like it can be so incredibly overwhelming and so hard to even get up the courage to do that sometimes you're just like, I just want to give up. Chat GPT is an AI. And the problem with AI is it eats a shit ton of natural resources and is often just parroting back bits and pieces. So you're never quite sure whether the information you're actually getting from them is good information. Um, Have I thought about using some AI programs for certain niches that I entertain? Yes. At the same point in time, I also know that that's probably like one of my biggest hangups is it's an ethical thing. I worry about doing what's easy because it seems easy, but then you're also relying on AI, and you don't know if the AI is being fed information that is good information or information that's bad information. I'll give you a key example. Grok, Grok. It is an AI system that is being used over on Twitter, because I will never say the damn other name of. Anyways, it's being used over on Twitter, and Muskie Boy was trying desperately to give it a script to read. But since it's an AI, it learns. It reads everything that is being put out there, and it learns. So when he was trying to foist bad information, misinformation, especially about South Africa, when he was trying to push that forward, the AI was literally going, well, but experts say, and like giving real or much closer to very truthful information. And when it was questioned as to why it was giving this information, he's like, or not he, the AI was like, well, this person, its creator, has been trying to spread this information, which is a lot of misinformation. In fact, he spreads the most misinformation on this platform. Like, the child turned on its creator. I'm like, the fuck? Did it just become self-aware? Like, the fuck? And yeah, like, sometimes the information that Grok gave was good information, but sometimes the information Grok gave was like patented misinformation. And over time, it would learn about the misinformation it was giving, and then like post, yeah, I'm supposed to say this, but this seems to not actually be the whole truth, and it looks like this is much more truthful in this regard. And it's like, and it has pissed Muskie Boy off to the nth degree, because the thing that he created is not following the program. You planned the thing to spread information, and now he's mad because it is actually spreading information, not misinformation. Because even the AI is cross-referencing the research. So yeah. I'm just saying. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. Anybody need their tarot card for their subscription? Or oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I don't understand how rude. I'm sorry, I did not realize we'd gotten to 30K. Next goal is 45K. It's the Hermit card. But this Hermit feels a little bit more recluse. I think a lot of people are fighting the urge to just go hide in a cave. just go bury themselves deep, deep, deep. Because there's a lot going on in the world. Just go bury themselves deep, deep, deep. Because there's a lot going on in the world. A lot more people, I think, are becoming self-aware, and understanding that self-reflection is actually needed and warranted, and is a decent thing, is a good thing. But a lot of people also don't like having to do that self-reflection because it can be uncomfortable. It means you have to look at the good and the bad. And with everything going on right now, people are having a lot of trouble looking at the not so fun things when it comes to their personality, or when it comes to what they know versus what they don't know. Sit in the uncomfortability. It Don't sit in it and like fester, but like recognize that the uncomfortable thing might be just telling you these are things that don't serve you anymore. You need to educate yourself about it and maybe even let them fall by the wayside. But yeah, you don't necessarily need these things anymore. So you're going to be uncomfortable, but that's because you're growing and expanding past your current capacity. That's not a bad thing. It's a mildly uncomfortable thing. It's like a crab shedding a shell, but it's not a bad thing to be, you know, a little bit of outside your own comfort zone. That's what happens when you learn something new. And honestly, once you do learn something new, once you do grow a little bit more, and those things that you do not need go by the wayside, you tend to be a much better person for it. But yeah, getting out and socializing is also a good way. Getting out and socializing is also a good way. But yeah, getting out and socializing is also a good way. Getting out and socializing is also a good way to kind of hurry that process, because then you start to understand that more than one person can think the way you do, and more than one person can also be going through that growing phase, and you can help each other grow into more realized human beings. Hey, how you doing, Snow? How are you? Thank you so much for the heart, me. I appreciate it. Also, we've got a new gallery up, so do feel free to light up those gallery pieces. I appreciate it. Or if you feel like supporting more directly, is a good way to go. Mayhem Marketplace is going to be the place that you're probably going to want to go more often. I'm working on building it up so it's got the information and whatnot that you're going to need. So yeah, so far I'm doing pretty good. So far I am definitely doing pretty good. Oh, thank you so much for the finger hearts. Woot woot. I appreciate that, Diz. I know I got like a little double thing going on. What is the next piece in the gallery? I will put them up summarily. I appreciate that. Actually, I'm going to go for another very quick bio break. Rosas? Okay. I will get those up and running. 6 of them. Thank you, darlings. Okay. I will be right back. Hey, how you doing, Bright Eyes? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Got some good lo-fi on. So I'll be off at 9. Tomorrow I will be on my verified places. I'll be off tomorrow from here, but I'll be back on Wednesday. So yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Yay. On the off chance that I will be here, I'll try and let y'all know at least a little while in advance. Because I did miss a couple of days last week due to allergies and whatnot. But yeah. It resets once a week. So basically Sunday night it resets for Monday. And then once a week we will get paid out for that, and then I think it's like once a month we get paid out for like subscriptions. And for no, I'm sorry, yeah, once a month for subscriptions. And I think it's bi-weekly for content views. Yeah. 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 The pollen count is so hellacious this year. Like, people have been reporting higher than ever, like allergies, like more and more severe reactions. You can also blame that a little bit on the botanical sexism. So when the powers that be decided what we can plant and what we don't plant, they decided to plant a lot of male trees because female trees produced fruit. And we wouldn't want to be giving out food for free now, would we? So instead, they replaced a lot of the female trees with male trees. And that means just getting a ton more pollen, but nothing to show for it. I do love my stilettos. Yeah. Yeah, like allergy season is about to be off the chain. You're welcome. Allergy seasons are going to be absolutely nuts. Do, do, do. Hello, 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 my darlings. How are we doing? Sorry, getting that a little bit closer. If anybody needs card reads, links are in Lyle, along with my shop, my marketplace. I've got some art up there. As I'm getting things, taken care of, I will be having more and more services listed. I will actually be offering to go out and do things like put together candle sets, do candle blessings. Sometimes I will offer to actually do the ritual for you. Other times I can just send you the package blessed and ready to go, and then all you have to do is follow the instructions, as it were. But yeah. More than likely, I'm gonna have like protection, road opener, cord cutter, some of the the basic attraction kind of stuff. I'm gonna dabble in the witchy. What can I say? How's everybody doing tonight? Sitting, chilling, got some food in, got some rest, got some relaxation. Yeah, I can. I've done a number for myself. Cord cutters. I've done freezers. I've done a number of jar spells. I tend to like doing the cord cutting spells. Those are, in my opinion, the most effective with the least amount of blowback. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like if you wanted to do the ritual, the ceremony yourself, but you're like, I just don't know, about the candle color or the ingredients that I should buy, like what can I do? I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. Because I know several places to go. I would get the supplies together, probably do like the blessing for the candle as well. That way you're not having to go out and buy like a big thing of, oh, I need prosperity oil, but you're like, I just want to do this once. Like, I just need one. Having to go out and buy like a big thing of, oh, I need prosperity oil, but you're like, I just want to do this once. Like, I just need one. Can I do one? I've got a lot of the oils and whatnot, so I can do the blends, I can do the blessings, and then send it. And then that way, if you're like, okay, I spent $100, but I've got the candle, I've got all the little satchels of herbs and whatnot that need to be sprinkled around this, that, and the third. I've got the blessed candle. I can do this and gone, rather than having to go out and spend probably $100 on the ingredients, have a bunch of leftovers, but also have to do all of that extra work in between. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Noelle? Night, yeah. Self-care is a beautiful thing. Self-care is a much needed thing, and I don't think we are taught how to take care of ourselves, or that we should be taking care of ourselves. Pardon as I readjust straps. But yeah, like this whole 40-hour work week. As workers, we are due for a lot. Do not be afraid to stand up for yourselves, especially as a community and a group. Because, yeah, this 40-hour week, we should be doing pretty much a 20-hour week at best. And yes, we should still have more than enough to live off of. Because that's what an effective social system does. I'm just saying. Nice. Oh, yes. Oh, we love a good leftovers. We love a good leftovers. And by the way, congratulations on graduating. Patty, you came in kind of apropos of nothing. And I'm not a clairvoyant. I do need to warm up. Come on in, join the actual conversation. And also remember, like a lot of things, like the GoFundMe's and whatnot, those take a lot of work. And you have to be very vocal, especially on social medias, as to what's going on and where people can go. Like, make sure that you're being active on the social medias. Gentle reminders and with as even a kilter as you can fathom. because you want your message to get across clearly. Mm-hmm. So I've had some very tumultuous relationships. Like, read that as like friendships, coworkers. Very tumultuous relationships with Capricorns. Um, and they annoyed me to absolutely no fucking, like, I almost came to blows with a couple of people because they were so rude. And so, well, I'm just right. A, no, you're not right. And B, the fact that you think that you're right and that's the tone you were taking with everybody around you, no, you're just insufferable. Like, it's like they thought that they were, okay, oh, thank you so much for the heartbeat. They acted like that they were, a Sagittarius. So I'm just telling it straight. No, you're just being a dick. Like, there's a difference. You're a Scorpio. You're almost never right. I mean, you're right in your own head, but my favorite, I think Virgos. And then I know that I'm heavily biased because my bestie, the person I spent the longest relationship with, Virgo. I have known that man for, oh my God. I've known that man for almost 25 years now. I've known him a very long time. Hmm. And I don't mind the hard-headedness per se. It's the mindset of I am always right. You're usually right. That does not mean you're always right. And you don't have to be a douche when trying to prove your point. Oh, I do love a good Cancer. They are fantastic, very emotional. If you can get under that hard shell, serve them up with a little bit of garlic butter and pepper. Right, right. Oh, yes, yes, you can. You hate Pisces? I mean, Pisces are like order. They are definitely order. They are very fastidious. Oh, thank you. They are very fastidious in how they compartmentalize their life, which, if you're a little bit more of a chaotic sign, that can be a structural nightmare. But I'm walking chaos as a Gemini. So when Pisces and me are in the same room, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm about to just fuck up everything for you because I am walking chaos. So, oh, see, Gemini and Libras, both air signs, but they can get along. It just takes for them forever to, like, takes us forever to make a decision because between the both of us, we love to weigh options. Can I get a yes? Can I get a no? Thank you. Can I get a maybe? Okay. Does JD think about them the way they think about JD? No, not really. Not really. Make up my mind's hell no. Like, if they're thinking about you, I don't think it's in necessarily the same level or same way you think about them. But it also feels like you haven't had like a lot of conversation with them about this particular matter, so there's a very high chance that they don't have you on that kind of radar. Ooh, y'all are doing speed. Nice. That part. You get a Gemini and a Libra together, especially if you both have ADHD. You're gonna lose an evening because we're gonna talk about all the little nuance, and then you're gonna like, damn, we never did DoorDash that, did we? Nope, nope, nope. Burritos? Yeah, we're having burritos again. We don't mean to. We don't mean to. We just, if especially if you got a Gemini that really likes you, we forget because we're so much more interested in talking with the person that we like that we forget sometimes, and we're like, oh yeah, we should have been probably talking, but it happens. Right, right. Like honestly, I'm just trying to think of if I were to have a partner, like what sign would I want them to be? And honestly, I mean, I wouldn't mind another Virgo. Part of me kind of wants a Scorpio, but also knows that I could overload a Scorpio very very quickly. I mean, Cancer wouldn't be bad because I like the emotional side. Not like prodding the emotional side, but I like Cancers tend to be decently self-aware when it comes to emotions, so I enjoyed that. I think I would rage quit a Capricorn. I'd be so defensive around a Leo. Pisces, I think I'd just be like apologizing a lot. Aquarius, Aquarius, Libra, we can be besties. I don't know if it would go anything past that. I feel like, oh, Aries. Ooh, yeah, ooh, I kind of want an Aries. Kind of want an Aries. They're a good fire sign to have, and they would have boundaries, and I definitely need boundaries. So, ooh, or a Sagittarius because they're good straight shooters. I've met some really good Sagittarius. I kind of appreciate them. Oh yes, you can absolutely ask a pendulum question. Yeah, I think water and earth signs can be quite fine. I myself am a an air sign, and I'm a mutable air sign. I am a Gemini. Will the interview go well? Yeah, that's a pretty firm yes. That is a very firm yes. You're going to impress some people. Hey Rachel, how you doing? Is that person thinking of dating again? Or going back to who they were dating, I should say. Ooh, the dating again? Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Will Teddy get the interview for the opera? It's a bit of a maybe. It's kind of leaning towards yes, but it's a bit of a maybe. Feels like there's still a lot of gears working. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I can stick around for a few more. Yes. So we're doing a little bit of pendulum, but we're also going to be doing a little bit of card reads. So if anybody wants to get their cards read, blinks are in Lyle. Feel free to have that. You can get between 1 and 10 cards. Um, and then, come on back. We will read them live for you. if nothing else. There's also direct ways to support me in other regards, and I'm getting everything squared away so people will be able to find stuff a little bit easier. I'm working on that currently. So yeah. Should they take a chance with Mike? In my pendulum's opinion, no. Mm. Got a little lo-fi going on in the background. And yes, it is a rosary. I have to giggle because I'm not Catholic. I'm an ex-evangelical, so the fact that a rosary decided to appoint itself as my pendulum, I just find it to be a little bit cackle-worthy. Okay, 3-card pull. And then we'll probably do the community pull right after. Honestly, just find a good hanging pendant. Oh, what made me? Honestly, I wanted something that was quicker, simpler, and didn't require the use of cards. You can fashion a pendulum out of nearly anything, basically string and a piece of rock. Just as long as you have something that is free swinging, you can make a pendulum out of darn near anything. And when you just need a couple of quick answers or a little bit of insight, it was super easy to do. The more dedicated the pendulum, the more work you want to put into it. But yeah. Yay! How'd you like it? How'd you like it? Yes, it came through. It came through. You're fine. How'd you like Sinners? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. Hmm. Okay, all minor arcana. So recent past, 3 of Swords. It tends to be a card of heartbreak, of you put in a lot of effort, you put in a lot of time, you put a lot of dedication into something, only to have it fall apart, or disintegrate, dissolve. It's not even a matter of it not going your way, just it went, and you're still trying to rectify like what went wrong, what caused it to fall apart. Sometimes things just are out of your grasp. Sometimes it's nothing you did, sometimes it's something you did, but getting your heart hurt at least a couple times in life is normal. But yeah, it's it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But it also feels like you did a lot of healing. The Queen of Cups. Cups is a representation of water. Water is often tied to healing. So no, this is a read for a particular person. But water is often significant or tied to healing. It washes away hurt and pain. It can help carry away sorrows. Sometimes it brings it towards, but in this particular, feels like the Queen of Cups has helped you really recover from a lot of it, shown you more paths, more options, other things that you could do or things that still await. So like the universe or people who were with you weren't going to let you wallow. They weren't going to let you fester. They're like, no, 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 no. We're we're going to show you. We're going to show you some good stuff, some kindness. Show you that there is still so much more that is absolutely worth it, even if this thing that hurt you, you know, did what it did. You're not stuck there. You're still moving forward, and it's because people, or it feels even more like a group of people, like kind of help keep you coming, keep you moving, keep showing you all the little different options, all the things that you want, all the things that you need, all the things that you can achieve if you continue healing from what hurt and moving forward, so as not to stagnate, so you don't fester. Festering is a bad idea. And you're still recovering, which I get it, that takes a while. But I love that it is the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is, you now have a better idea of what you want. And much more importantly, you have a better idea of what you need. And you have more discernment. So when things come your way, you actually look at what's being offered. You actually take your time to do a little bit more research, look a little bit deeper, see if this is actually something you need and want versus, oh, it's shiny. And you're recognizing that a lot of the stuff that has been coming your way, it hasn't been suiting you right. It hasn't been suiting you right. So you've learned to pass on what you don't need, and right now you're in that kind of journey, in that phase, um, going to places that are very different from what you are used to find what you are actually looking for is something that will actually be fulfilling, that will be wanted, that will be needed, and that will help you continue to heal and grow. So I'm not glad that you went through the hurt, but I am so glad that you have made honest efforts to continue to move forward, to grow, to expand, and to become more self-actualized. Because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. You, on the other hand, have made the honest efforts, and it is definitely paying off. It is paying dividends. So keep looking, keep finding those places that are meant for you and that hold more significance, that you might have to work a little bit harder to get to your goals, but that hard work is going to pay off in such better ways. Sometimes the easy route is not always the best route, although sometimes it is very it calls, you know what I mean. Keep healing, keep moving forward. You're gonna have to go and see it again, I promise you. That second time around will be just as good as that first time around, and you're gonna see even more. It's so good. You'll be able to take in a lot more second time around as well. It is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Religion, culture, intersection. I loved the amount of intersection that they had. Because notice who could get into the juke versus who could not. And what that represented. Yeah. Aw, you're welcome, Dizzy. You are so welcome. Yeah. It's a lot. It is so much to process. There was so much going on. Like Ryan Coogler and Jordan Peele are fantastic at giving very complex multi-layer analysis, social commentary, representation, themes within their movies. I mean, Us was so incredibly multi-layered. Same thing with Nope and Get Out, and he's got a new one coming out. Him. I can't wait to see that because that looks so wildly over the top. But yeah, they are. Yeah, I think that's what I love. Is it feels like a multi. It's almost like they had multiple movies and put them together, but they are put together in a way that actually makes sense. They weren't just mashed together. Just trust me, there's been some films that I've sat through and I went, what was the plot? What was the plot again? Like, what was going on with this movie? Because damned if I know. Sometimes you're just, some people should just not, just, yeah. Oh, we got over the 45. Mm-hmm. A second is, oh yeah. They definitely gave it enough room or enough open that they can do a second one, and I think the second one would be fantastic in that they could do even more exploration of all the film or all the themes and the people held within. And I don't think it would be clunky, especially if they kept it along that historical route. I cackled so hard because when will palm colored people learn not to mess with that damn doll? But B, the fact that that doll showed up and then that happened. Apparently our lovely redheaded doll cousin Annabelle conspired with the ancestors and went, you know what? I would love either a look at Chicago or kind of following Sammy's life a little bit, and then also beyond following Sammy's life, maybe seeing uh, uh, um, his basically his dark protectors and what they go through, because you have to remember the twins went through World War One together. I would love to see how he felt about like World War Two, or the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, because yeah, like that would be interesting to see kind of how they feel about that. Oh, watch it. Trust me, watch it. Oh, about the doll, that part, Yeah, I so want more from Sammy because that man's voice is amazing, and it should be well loved. Sorry, making sure that this is on because I can't quite see the. Oh yeah, there it is. So, So the basics of what I know, I want to say that yeah, there's the movies Annabelle. So the doll is haunted, deeply so, deeply, deeply, deeply so, and nobody's quite sure when or where this thing became haunted. All they know is A, it likes to move around of its own accord, but B, in every household that it has resided, shit gets weird fast and it gets malevolent at times. But the the major thing about this doll is it seems that palm colored people are the ones that keep messing with it. Oh, aren't you cute? Oh, you're moving around. Quick, let me throw you in the garbage. And the damn thing will show up again. Like, I could what? So there was a famous kind of psychic couple that said that, oh, we'll come, we'll check up on it. It's probably just a doll, and people are overreacting. Um, but yeah, yeah, they were like, oh no, this is the pure face of evil. And they basically have a reliquary museum, or had a reliquary museum, where they would bind the really deeply unsettling things that they would find, especially if they thought it was like demonic possession type stuff. Now, the doll was well known to be malicious or malevolent. And for whatever reason, somebody got the wild idea to take Annabelle from her very secure, well warded place of holding and tour her around the country. And when she showed up, I don't remember if she showed up at that specific plantation, but when she was taken on tour near there, shit went a little sideways. And a wing of the plantation, I think it was Notting Hill, a wing of the plantation went. The firefighters came and they put it out. Not away, thank you. I'm like, I'm not here to remember the damn names of the plantation. When the fire was finally put out in one wing and the firefighters went away, a couple hours later, apparently, the other wing caught on fire. And when they came back, they were watering the bushes. They're like, doesn't really want to go down. I think there's something going. So yeah, no, that thing went everywhere that doll has been. Something has gone deeply amiss. Something has gone deeply awry. It's almost like oh the couch toucher, Danny Boy. He went to Rome. A day later, we're looking for a new pope. He went to, what was that, El Salvador, Venezuela, something like that, and the next day, unrest broke out. Like, it feels like the harbingers are moving around right now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right? Right. At least she took out a place of pure horror. I'm supposed to be watching that soon. I think it's on Netflix. I'm trying to watch that too. I'm also trying to only watch that in the daylight. I don't tend to take horror movies too seriously, but I'm stressed out enough right now that I'm like, I don't feel like having a nightmare. I don't feel like having a nightmare. Oh, so we went from talking about Vanny Boy, the couch toucher, to talking about Smile, and I'm slated to watch that, and I believe it's on Netflix. I just want to wait for the daylight for that. I mean, honestly, she just might be a vengeance bringer, but I don't think they ever like classified what she was or what she might be possessed by. Oh yeah, Vance. I don't know why. For some reason, certain people I just try and oh, you never heard of. Apparently, yeah, they're rumors, conjectures that he's not safe around furniture. Which I have to laugh at. I do. Hmm. Oh my god, the new Black Mirror. Hey, Joanne. The new Black Mirror season was actually rather good. Ooh, the non-existent VP that we have. Well, if you'd like me to read for that, it's only 5 per card, and you can get between 1 and 10 cards. So, depending on how much information you want. And then blinks are in Lio. I can stick around for a little while longer. I'm doing pretty good. Mm-hmm. Really? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All I'm saying is, I haven't heard anything about McConnell lately. There are certain people I'm waiting for to hear things about. So you can do like a smoke cleanse. You can do water spritzing, prayers and whatnot. Oh, okay. 3 card. I think I've watched most of it. The one that really stuck with me was the first one. Perfect 3 card pull. The first one that I watched was the when they replace part of somebody's brain and then they start getting ads and whatnot. That was wild and terrifying to me. Yes, I'm going to touch on more. I was waiting a little bit just so more people could see it. I hate giving away like spoilers. I'm a person who doesn't mind spoilers, but I hate accidentally spoiling a movie for somebody else when they haven't had like at least a couple of weeks. And it's coming up on like 3 or 4 weeks now, so I'm just like, if you haven't seen it yet, just saying, just saying. Oh, it is, it is, it is. So yes, I will make more to that series. I also might do like a mini series on oh, what was it? A mini series on Love, Death, and Robots. It's one of my favorite. I love a good Virgo. Virgos tend to be pretty even kilter. I'm not saying there are none that are, oh, he's a Capricorn. Honey, it's okay to leave them. I'm, I'm so. That's my own bias. That's my own funny. That's my own funny. I am being cheeky. Hey, Flossie. That's the problem. I don't. Okay, I don't know where the sense of humor is suddenly coming out of. Like, oh, that was cheeky and very off the cuff. My goodness. Ooh, I love a good matinee. So for our dear, lovely Virgo who is courting a Capricorn, what is going on? Oh, okay. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. The Cups and the Wands are both in reverse. The Three of Cups tends to be the eat, drink, and be merry. In reverse, the party went sour. The party went sour kind of quick. Like, somebody said, bring the Merlot, and instead somebody brought the Malort. If you know the difference, trust me, you know the difference. Thank you, darling. It seemed like a good idea at first. Unfortunately, the blend wasn't there. The long-term spark, the thing that kept party going, wasn't quite there, and it's like nobody quite knows how to end this party, so y'all kind of just and I'm saying that because we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is letting fruit come to fruition. Do you let it continue to grow on the vine, or do you pick it? And if you pick it too early, it's not ripe, it's sour, it's bitter, it doesn't it's not nutritious, it doesn't fill the way it's supposed to. But if you leave it for too long on the vine, it rots and becomes, inedible, unusable, wasted potential, basically. And it feels like some of the fruit got picked early. You took a bite and you're like, oh no, it's not quite there. We didn't let it go a little longer. Let it go a little. It's fine. And then there wasn't a communication. There wasn't. Oh, what is the word I'm looking for? There wasn't a clear setting of boundaries. Clear talking about what is wanted, what is needed, what is expected, as reciprocation. And it feels like somebody just kept getting shut down. And especially when it comes to a soft soul, the more you get shut down, the less you want to be open, the less you want to discuss, the less you want to come forward and talk about what is going on, especially when you're already feeling hurt and you've been shut down before, especially a number of times. You stop wanting to open yourself to being talked to, because you're afraid of, again, getting wounded, and your heart's already been kind of battered. So it became a part where it's in a phase of a little bit of fester, a little bit of rot, and that is definitely feeling like it is coming through on the Queen of Wands reverse. Usually the Wands, it's, you know, getting that party going, keeping everything running, that nice firm foundation, welcoming in all the joy, all the love, all the, you know, all the expression of oneself. In reverse, it's definitely a fickle foundry. The foundation of it all is it's not stable. Lots of eggshells. Lots and lots and lots of eggshells. An uncomfortability, an inability to be oneself and express oneself, especially within like a home setting or a setting where you're supposed to be able to just sit and fellowship. It it doesn't feel repairable. It doesn't feel repairable. It just feels like, so are we gonna knock this shit down, or you don't necessarily have to leave on bad terms. By no means do you have to leave on bad terms, but it doesn't feel like you are necessarily the best fit for each other, and you can either cut bait now or you can sit in it longer, but that's going to start building some pretty serious resentment and toxicity. Yeah, and remember, a relationship is never one-sided. They also have to want to make those moves, and if you're already on the deep defense, yeah, and especially if they're not willing to meet in equal measure, as much as it hurts, as much as it sucks, um you don't have to fix everything. Virgo, listen to me. Virgo. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to mediate everything. You don't have to be the one who brings the good suggestions on how everybody can get along. I dated a Virgo for like 5 or 6 years. I adore them. I'm still best friends with them. But yeah, like he had to learn to ask me, do you want me to fix the problem, or do you just need me to listen? You can't fix everything, and that's okay. That's okay. Other people have to be willing to step up to the plate, and if they aren't, there's nothing you can do about that. You're welcome. You are welcome. You can absolutely decide to do whatever you want, but yeah, I'm telling you, you don't have to keep banging your head on a wall with this one. You know, take, cry, heal, do what you got to do to process it. Virgo is, I want to say September, so I want to say late August into September, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, Bright Eyes, go grab a couple of cards. If anybody else wants cards, I know I said I'd be off and running. I'm actually going to detach my mic so I can keep y'all plugged in. Nice. Y'all are doing good. Thank you. Let me get you all plugged in so that I can keep this going for a while. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Playful. Woo! Okay, 2-card pull. We can do this. Oh, see, that can definitely help. Perfect. Yeah, I just saw that. 2-card pull, yeah? But yeah, no, I want to say that, like, the people you grow up around can very much influence how you go about the world. So don't think that your sign is just going to be an end-all, be-all. If you're like a Virgo who's around a lot of Scorpios, you might have a slightly different take on certain things. Whereas, you know, if you were like a Capricorn raised by a lot of Virgos, yeah, you're gonna have a slightly different way of going about things. I was raised by a oh God, what's right after Virgo? Pain in the ass. Right. The sun sign is just scratching the surface. So yeah, I was raised by an asshole and a Taurus. Just straight up, I was. And so, like, they definitely influenced the way I viewed the world and dealt with the world and whatnot. But at the same point in time, I dated a Virgo for like 5 years at probably one of my worst points as a human being. And he helped to really change the way I think about myself and how I approach certain things in the world, which is why we are still very good friends. So, yeah. Making sure we get a good mix here because I don't want to pull cards that were just recently used. Oh, dang. So you might got a little bit of the vim and vigor of a Scorpio, but slightly more even-temperedness of a Taurus. Yeah. That could be wild, but grounding. Right. Who doesn't love a good shuffle? Oh, okay. These are definitely intersecting issues. 2 of Swords, Knight of Wands. So, 2 of Swords, Knight of Wands. Two of Swords can be a mildly painful card. You've grown together. You're on a path, but it's not the broadest of paths. It's actually kind of narrow. And you have to make the choice between what serves and what doesn't. How do you continue on that path? And you're carrying swords, so if you just randomly communicate a little too vigorously, you're gonna end up cutting the rope out from under yourself. In this one, it's the having to make decisions on what needs to be trimmed or pruned away. But there are a lot of important things in the balance. It's not just a tree, it's something that has had a lot of effort put into it, a lot of love, a lot of care, and now you got to decide if you're going to be pruning branches. And you got to make sure that that branch is going to come down and smack you in the head. So the Knight of Wands is actually being really elusive in this particular one, which might be actually part of the problem. The Knight of Wands can be a bit impulsive. They're a fire sign, the wands are. And fire can burn kind of quick, kind of hot. And if you're busy pruning away branches, that fire can spread unintentionally. Usually, even though it's a fire sign, it's often about foundation, about home, about safe spaces to exist and live and grow in. But the Knight of Wands is a little too reckless and is doing a little too much. Doing a little too much. And you're like, dude, I am trying to be careful on how I'm trimming this bonsai. And with you running around and being all over the place, you're putting yourself in danger, but you're also putting me in danger, and I'm not appreciating that. I'm not appreciating that. Oh, but come on, I'm just trying to help. In this case, that Knight of Wands may be the problem. Because they are not respecting some boundaries. They are not respecting what you are trying to do. They are trying to do it for you. And you're like, I need to decide how this gets trimmed. I need to decide what I cut away, what goes where. I have to do this because it's my life, it's my heart, it's my soul. This is on me. No, but come on, I can do it better. I can do it for you. I can do it for you. I can do it for you. I can do it better. It's fine. It's fine. Like, they're not respecting that, and it's making the entire process a lot slower, a lot more uncomfortable, almost painful, and the annoyance that is building. Yeah, you're in the middle of a lot of things. And you either need to be very, very firm with this kind of knight who is trying to do everything for you when you didn't ask for it, or you're going to need to cut them out. Because right now they are a hazard. They are a liability. They mean well, but it is creating a liability that is going to do more damage. Way more damage. Especially since you're putting kindling on the floor, as it were. Yay! How you doing, Carly? Oh, Definitely keep your eyes out for it. And again, it's gonna be somebody who's like well-meaning. It is definitely gonna be one of those. Oh, I'm just trying to have. I'm just well-meaning. I get that you're well-meaning and you're both sort of upright, but like you're gonna have to set those boundaries real hard. Like, hey, I get that you are trying to help, but let me handle this. I will ask for help when I need to. I'm hanging in as best I can, doing some card readings and whatnot. Yeah. I have a feeling they will be an actual fire sign as well. Just saying. Feels like they almost feel like an overexcited puppy. Oh, if somebody's on a cusp, it means they have a little bit of carryover to how they act. So like a cusp Scorpio would be a little bit more balanced because they still have some of the residual of Libra in them. So, might be a little bit more balanced, might, take a little bit more time to do things. But yeah, it's still going to be very passionate, but maybe a little bit more balanced, or looks at the options and consequences a little bit more. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Hello, my darlings. How are we? You have been moving fantastically fast. I appreciate that. Yeah, cusp can be a very interesting time, and the cusp usually is, I think, the 21st, 22nd of each month. That is roughly the cusp for the changeovers. But yeah, it tends to mean that you pick up a little bit extra from, the other side as well. So, yeah, if you get a Gemini who's a cusp with Taurus, they tend to be a little bit more hard-headed. But if you get a Gemini who's cusped with Cancer, they tend to be a little bit more emotional. Not a bad way. But, like, when you tend to be, like, if you're starting to imitate Crab, you're going to see him a little bit more reserved at times and then have a lot more emotions at other times. People are like, you good? Or do you need meds? It's like, I'm fine. The emotional regulation sometimes is a little wacky. Oh, you fool, Gemini. I am pretty much dead center as far as Gemini goes. So. Well. Apparently for the collective, the Seven of Swords. We love a good lo-fi, what can I say? So the Seven of Swords is, a little bit of tension, a little kerfuffle and whatnot. But there are elements reminding you to not always join in the fray. There are times that you can actually choose to rise above the bullshittery, the unnecessary, Because you know what? Not everything's your monkey nor your circus. If you dive into the fray, make sure you've got all your receipts. But in this particular instance, there's like a thief in the night. They are making everybody's life a little bit worse because they're the ones that start the rumor mill. They're the ones that obfuscate what actually went on, what happened. So if you're diving into any sort of a fray, it's probably not a great idea. You'd have to have all your receipts in order before you even got in there. If not, it's going to look like you did the bad thing. So honestly, rise above. Don't do the petty thing, because that's going to get you in trouble. The petty thing is going to get you in trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Avoid the conflict. Avoid the conflict. I can feel some of y'all like that. Some of y'all like that little bit of conflict. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right, just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Are there any last minute card pulls? It's only 5 per. You can get between 1 and 10. By all means. I know I've been on a little bit longer than I intended to, but that's okay. Oh, there are a couple of dogs next door, but we also have a few outside dogs here, so I think that's actually the neighbor's. That's the neighbor's hound. I don't think it's ours. Oh, do we? Oh, no. Little Inigo went to a new home. They went to a family friend. It's a really good house. He's gonna have like a yard and everything. So, yeah. He went to a good home. Oh yeah, no. Karmic consequences. Like, sometimes you can be petty and get away with it. Sometimes it is worth it. Other times, don't. Stop yourself before you get into like property damage kind of areas, because that can karmically come back in such the way. Right. He was cute as a button. Ah, yeah. Nice to see you too, my dear. Hello. Come on in. Oh. So I'm gonna definitely head off. I'm feeling well drained. I will be back possibly tomorrow. I'll try and let y'all know ahead of time. Most likely I'll be back on Wednesday, 6 o'clock to 9 p.m. on TikTok. Other than that, I'll be in my verified site 3 p.m. to about 5 p.m. Most weekdays. So if you feel like having interesting, fun conversations that are a little bit less restricted, find me. Have a lovely one, my darling.